Annie in the Morning, presented by First Commonwealth Bank on WCCS AM 1160, FM 101.1. We have the opportunity from time to talk to Lieutenant Justin Schawl, Indiana Borough Police, primarily having to do with parking, but other issues as well. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's good to have you with us here today again.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate every opportunity.
So last week, Indiana Borough announced these new parking upgrades that really, as you were saying a couple of moments ago to me, and as the release pointed out, at IUP they've been doing this for a while, and so that population is already much used to the changes that were announced here in downtown Indiana and at the parking meter spots, and it really is just taking another step to keep up with the technology of the day, isn't it?
That's right. On February 13th of 2018, Indiana Borough introduced something called mobile pay at our parking meters downtown. We have about 657 parking meters in downtown Indiana. That number may surprise folks, but they are on the side streets as well, and they range from 4th to 11th Street. So at every parking meter in downtown Indiana, our customers now and the business customers have an opportunity to pay for metered parking with their credit card via a mobile phone parking application. And the company that we've partnered with here in Indiana Borough is Passport Parking. And as you alluded to, the Indiana University of Pennsylvania has been using Passport Parking for their students, faculty, and visitors for quite some time. So the technology that we brought to Indiana Borough was brought here primarily so that we can partner and be good partners with the university. And so it's quite fascinating. But probably the most visible sign of many upgrades that we've been fortunate to create in Indiana Borough with parking are going to be the meters, because there's a sticker on every single meter that indicates we've partnered with Passport Parking.
So technologically, did it require an upgrade in the actual meters themselves?
Well, that's the fascinating part. Technologically, there was no upgrade. So I want to say at the onset of this conversation that we're having, that nothing changes for anyone that doesn't like change. If you're someone that wants to carry quarters, dimes, nickels in your cup holder of your car, and you want to feel most comfortable plugging a parking meter that way,
go right ahead.
Plug away, and nothing has changed. So the technology that we're using is cloud-based. So if you're someone that does online shopping and you're comfortable doing online shopping, or you're comfortable using a smartphone to search Amazon or Groupon or something like that, then this is an application similar to that, and you should have every confidence in the world that when you pull into Indiana Borough and you see a parking meter that says try Passport Parking, that you'll use it with 100% success.
So describe the actual process. Somebody pulls in, they get out of their car, they whip out their phone, and then what happens?
Well, I'll tell you what. There's two procedures in that regard. What you would do, you would pull out your mobile phone, and you would either through your Google Play or your App Store, depending on whether you have an Android device or an iPhone, you'd search Passport Parking, PASSPORT Parking, and it pops up as the number one banner. And so you would click that, you would install the Passport Parking mobile application. Then you would click a button that says sign up. After that, you'd enter your phone number or your email address. When I used it, I entered my cell phone number, and then it texts you a code. You type in that code, and then you select a PIN number, and you're good to go. So then all that's required to park would be to type in your license plate number, your credit card number of choice that you'd like to use for parking, and the area in which your car is currently parked. And every parking meter in Indiana Borough has a zone number attached to it. It's on a sticker. It's clearly displayed to the meter, so there can be no question. If you're parked, for instance, in front of the radio station, you'd be in zone 8001, 8001. All the meters in the 800 block Philadelphia Street are 8001. That would be your zone. The whole process from start to finish to allow yourself time to park is less than 3 minutes. So, and once you already have your car information, your credit card information in the app, it's saved. So the next time you park in downtown Indiana, you're just pressing start.
Yeah, that's all you need.
And when
do.
you pull away, you press end. And it's truly that simple.
And so people are saying to themselves, okay, nothing is going to change on the meter itself. It's going to still show expired, but the upshot is that when the meter attendant comes by, that is where it kicks into, and they recognize through their technology they're carrying, yes, that this meter is actually plugged because I have it on the app.
That's correct. We have enforcement technology that allows us to see which cars in Indiana are using mobile phone parking technology. So if a meter shows expired, the car parked there may be paying for parking. I would expect that they would be paying for parking, and the enforcement officers would know. The technology has advanced to the point where we can tell beyond whether a meter reads expired, whether someone's using cash, coin, or credit to pay for parking. So it's been a fantastic upgrade. For the user, this is going to become second nature.
Yeah.
It's this is not something that was set to advance a cash flow for Indiana Borough, and I want to make sure people understand that as well. This is strictly a convenience. It's strictly a convenience option. It creates no additional revenue, but also it likely eliminates some excuses to not pay for parking in downtown, because if you're someone that just can't find a quarter, but you have your smartphone on you, you could pay for parking.
Well, in the long run, it actually could end up costing the borough in that there won't be as many expired meters, people paying their parking tickets.
Well, you're right. But with everything, there's going to be a push-pull effect.
Sure.
Because our meter revenue, then you would expect to see increase because everyone's appropriately paying.
There you
So
go.
we're concerned in Indiana Borough, and I mean this wholeheartedly, with smooth traffic flow, the turnover of parking so our businesses can be prosperous and convenience to our customers. And that's been my mission since taking over leadership of that division. I think we're succeeding. I could list a number of reasons, maybe not in this section, but I'm excited about it because I think this is what Indiana Borough visitors deserve, or as many options and as many conveniences as possible without being cost prohibitive or a revenue driver for the borough.
Now, part of the release the last week also included the Borough parking garage. Tell me about that.
That's right. April 20th, 2017, we set a plan in place for a 10-year revitalization project of Indiana Borough parking. And part of that project was to bring new equipment to the parking garage, and as far as a gate system, security system, methods of payment, also an LED lighting upgrade. So I'm really proud to report that as part of our total upgrade project that we have advanced all of our systems at the parking garage. So again, nothing's changed. Nothing's different. If you've used the parking garage, the same methods apply, but what we were able to achieve is you can now pay for your parking with credit or debit at the parking garage. You don't have to get out of your car and walk to a pay-on-foot station at the garage. You can, at the end of your parking session, drive to either exit gate and pay for your time with your credit or debit card. So we've increased efficiencies there. The system is new. The LED lighting upgrade, not only was it a cost reduction in electric, but the garage at night is a beacon, and it's really bright in that whole area.
Yeah.
It's been fantastic.
That's a good thing.
It is. It really is.
And, that's one of the things that with the new lighting technology that is out there today, the lights burn so much less energy and provide so much brighter light that it's almost incumbent upon every public agency to do that.
It's been fantastic. When I visited different municipalities who had parking systems and parking garages, as we were researching what would be best for Indiana Borough, one of the things I heard the most was how fantastic the lighting upgrades at the garages have been. And Indiana Borough is certainly proof of that. The upgrade's been fantastic. It was simple. It was appropriate. It was. It's going to create dividends, and I hope everyone understands that the parking garage is there for your use. Mm-hmm. If you're from Indiana and you park in downtown, don't feel like it's just for someone else. This is for you on a rainy day. In lieu of a meter, you could pay for parking by the hour at the garage. I mean, these are things for Indiana Borough residents because we're visitors of downtown too.
When you get that snowy forecast too, you don't have to clean up the car when it's been parked in the garage all day.
Oh, for sure. And for those who have never been there, I would just ask everyone to come visit us. There are 511 parking spaces in the parking garage. There are 657 parking meters in downtown Indiana. We have parking for you. We want to encourage you downtown, and Indiana Parking really wants to be a partner to downtown business as opposed to something that may be a negative to downtown business.
A couple of moments left with Lieutenant Justin Schawl, Indiana Borough Police. What's next for Indiana Borough in terms of parking, in terms of upgrades to the way we do things on the streets around here?
Well, the upgrades are almost complete as we set out in April. But what's next are to get people familiar with the app for mobile parking. You don't have to use it. There's no necessarily benefit to the borough to use it. It's a convenience. But for those that want to learn how to use it, I would challenge you, take the time. In the course of this interview, you could have parked probably 20 cars using the mobile phone technology. So it's simple, it's efficient. I'd ask people to take a chance, but I'd ask you to remember, when people ask you about this in Indiana, it is not the only payment method possible. Feel free to use quarters, dimes, and nickels in the parking meter. We've changed nothing, and we've increased everything.
There you go. Good plan.
All right.
Thanks so much for coming in. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
It is Indiana in the Morning. It's AM 1160 WCCS and 101.1 FM. We're headed toward Fox News.